Welcome back to 6 News at 10. Well, we are on the eve of our winter storm. It is almost here, and if you look outside, there's plenty of moisture. Already seeing some fog developing out there. Again, a lot of moisture, and by tomorrow, that will start kind of formulating itself in the way of rainfall. Again, for tomorrow, I know Friday is part of our weather impact alert, but we're not expecting freezing temperatures for your Friday. We're just expecting rain basically throughout the day onto Friday. And our weather impact alert goes through Monday morning. Another little caveat here is that we're actually going to include Tuesday morning as well, but we just don't have Monday afternoon labeled because we should climb above freezing for at least a little while there. So your impacts, freezing rain and sleet, those are very likely. Probably more freezing rain than sleet, and I hate saying that because I'd rather have the sleet because it falls as pellets. Freezing rain creates that nice glazed surface that creates so many issues. And of course, the other aspect here we're looking at, very cold temperatures are in our forecast for the next several days. Pay attention to forecast changes because even through tomorrow, we will still continue to see things fine-tuned in terms of the timing. And remember those 4 Ps, your pets, your pipes, your plants, and your people around you. And again, limit travel to only necessary travel. Don't get out on the roads if you don't have to this weekend because ice is a different story when it comes to treacherous roadways. In terms of the winter storm warning, it's not just for us. It's not just for North Texas. It's not just for West Texas. It's most of the Mid-South in the United States here. Accumulating ice could lead to hazardous travel, not just here, but across a large swath of the country. And those temperatures will be bitterly cold each morning this weekend. So I'm going to walk you through 2 simulations here. Futurecast number 1, a little more aggressive with the timing. Not as aggressive with the rainfall tomorrow, though. Still some pockets of heavy rainfall. But notice what happens here. It's going to bring in the freezing rain as early as 1:15 in the morning. I don't necessarily think that's going to happen. I think we're going to hold off at least a couple more hours after that. And by 5 a.m., most of central Texas is seeing the freezing rainfall according to this particular forecast model. Does give us a nice break by mid-morning, which we're going to need because that'll limit the totals in terms of the ice accumulation. But then it comes in waves through the afternoon, into the evening, into the overnight hours as well. So several waves here of freezing rain could cause some issues. And we might see a snow flurry or 2 on the back end of the system as it gets out of here Sunday morning. Want to show you simulation number 2 here. Now, they're kind of coming together a little bit, which is what we like to see in terms of coming up with solid numbers here. But more rainfall potentially according to this forecast model through your Friday afternoon. And then as we get into Saturday, again, it doesn't really bring in the freezing rain until just around daybreak there. And even then, it isn't into Waco, Temple, Killeen. It's basically in our far northwestern communities. It doesn't really even bring the freezing line through I-35 until we get to about 9-10 o'clock. That would be preferable because that'll give us more time to actually see those roadways kind of stay a little bit sturdier into the afternoon. But then we get that break just like the other forecast model showed us. But then here come those next waves of freezing rain, sleet, and potentially a few flurries mixed in. So where's the truth, right? When we show you these forecast models, I show you 2 models. And it's like, we don't have to pick which one's right because the truth is likely going to be in the middle somewhere. And I'm thinking an arrival time for that freezing precipitation, that freezing rain and sleet possibility is going to be between 5 and 8 a.m. for our northwestern communities. For most of our centralized areas here, we're talking Waco, Temple, Killeen, thinking 8 a.m. to noon is a good time frame to see that kind of freezing precipitation start. And then if you're in the Brazos Valley, I'm thinking noon to 3 o'clock. So it's going to be a little bit longer before it gets down to our southeastern communities. In terms of accumulations, I'm looking at about 1/4 to 1/2 an inch right now, and that's a lot of ice. It only takes about 1/4 of an inch to create serious problems on the roadways and create a lot of stress for power lines and tree branches. So we're keeping an eye on that for sure because that could lead to some power outages as well. In terms of the cold weather, we also have an extreme cold warning in effect from late Saturday through noon Monday. How cold could it be? Well, I'm going to show you worst case scenario numbers here. It may not get this cold, but this is a possibility that we have across the area by Sunday morning that we could be in the single digits. Again, worst case scenario, but definitely a possibility. That's frostbite, that's hypothermia. We don't go outside for more than a minute at a time, and when you do, make sure all of your skin is covered because skin exposure can lead to that frostbite and that hypothermia. In terms of Monday morning, could be even colder than that. We could see those wind chill values around 0 on Monday morning. So again, same story. Don't go outside unless you absolutely have to. So those are the morning temperatures. What about the afternoons? Well, Saturday, Sunday, we don't get above freezing, right? So that's a problem. We're going to fall below freezing sometime Saturday morning. We're going to stay below freezing on Sunday all the way into Monday morning. Take a look. Showed you the wind chills right around 0. The actual temperature itself still only in the 10 to lower teens range. And then Monday afternoon, we briefly graze freezing. before we fall back into the teens again Tuesday morning. So that's why we've outlined Tuesday morning as a weather impact alert as well. And then finally, as we get through Tuesday afternoon and into the middle of the week, we will finally see things start to moderate just a little bit. And remember, we'll be here with you all weekend long. You need our 6 Plus app. If you don't have it downloaded, go ahead and download it now because we'll have live streams throughout the weekend.